Well, here we go, boys and girls. After a long, hard summer, today we find out if we're going to play in the Champions League stage or not. So this is what we've got to do. We've got Gent, home and away. If we beat them, we're in the Champions League stage. We've already dealt with Salzberg. Theoretically, Salzberg are a better team than Gent. We should be able to get into the Champions League stage. If we don't get into the Champions League stage, I think we get into the Europa League stage. I think we've got Europe of some flavour coming up this season. Obviously, we'd like the Champions League flavour. If you missed the transfers that happened yesterday, then you should have watched them on LOLLUJO too. They came out at 10 o'clock this morning. The main headline is our boy Ismail has arrived from Gent, and he's going to be a superstar for us. Also, interestingly, I was just pushing buttons before we started. Bakary Sané is disappointed that he's never going to hit his goal-scoring target. He's got a target of 20 league goals this year. We've played one game. He's already scored 2 goals, and he's disappointed with that progress and has realised he isn't playing well enough to achieve the target. Have a little bit of confidence, young man. Goodness me. But in fact, he didn't score in that game. So why does it say he's played 4 and scored 2 when we've played none and we've played 1 and he's scored none? I don't understand. Either way, let's go beat Gent. And this is the team we are going to beat them with. Look at that. What a wonderful side. Let's go do a football, shall we? We're at home in the first leg, so we need an actual bunch of goals here. We need to be winning going into the away leg because we weren't very good in the away leg against Salzberg. Champions League is hard. Why are we not getting any highlights at all? What is going on? Highlights are turned on, apparently. We've had 1 shot. I don't understand why. I mean, at least we're getting a highlight now. Let's go and score a goal with it, shall we? There is Sané, who's disappointed he hasn't scored goals yet. Wham! Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's his first one of the season. We go attacking and we score within 90 seconds. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's what I'm talking about. We could do with another goal here, boys and girls. I'm not at all confident going into the away leg only 1-0 up. This is much closer than it was supposed to be. Once we get into January and people stop travelling around all over the place, I think it's fairly likely that we'll all be trapped at home during January and February. That's a disaster. So if we're ever going to get it started, it'll be in January. Disallow that referee. Come on. We'll send the chairman after you. There we go. Right. I want to refer everyone to Topher sending me a message today saying, do I get the credit for fixing the alien thing? Evidently not, Topher. Because as I said at the time, we'll see if it's actually fixed or not. It wasn't. And it's your fault we've conceded. All Topher's fault. That's not ideal, that result. We've left ourselves with quite a lot to do in that second leg. Quite an important football match here. Yeah, boys. Let's crack open the liquid death. We need liquid death to get us through in Europe. We're using a fancy modern system. Not ideal. Right, we go attacking them. And we demand more. Intelligent people don't get angry. They find solutions. And our solution might be win the Europa League. Oh, look. It's happened again. Topher really doesn't want us to get into the Champions League. He keeps sending his aliens. Don't you? Oh, no, me. You sent him in the first match as well. We've already fired you for pretending you'd fixed it and then sending more. What if I angrily find a solution? Nobody in the history of the world has ever found a solution angrily. We're just not creating anything. We need a goal here. Shoot! Somebody shoot. We've not had a shot on target yet in this match. Oh, surely, surely. Has Sané touched that and got us offside when he could have just let it go in from Kuol and it would have been fine? Because that would be upsetting if that's the case. What a plum. Sané's done. There's no reason for him to touch it there. Come on, will somebody do some football? Please and thank you. We need football to be on Ishmael, surely! That's what you spend £10 million on. His first ever goal for us is an absolute gift, and we're back in it. Very attacking isn't the no more highlights button anymore. It's the send the goalkeeper forward at corners button. It's the only way to send the goalkeeper forward. So it's no longer a thing you avoid. It's a thing you have to do because you know we have to send the goalkeeper forward. Right, come on. This feels like an equaliser. Referee, linesman, whoever you are, get your flags down. I'm sending the chairman. He's offside, isn't he? So Spursy. He's tainted. We got 4.28 million for losing that match. I mean, that'll do nicely. We'll have no more Europe this season, thanks. We'll just concentrate on winning the league with the money you've just given us. Yeah, sometimes the game just decides you're not going to win. 2 disallowed goals. We conceded an own goal. Just wasn't to be, was it? I'm just waiting for confirmation that we are in the Europa League here. Maybe we're not. Surely we are, aren't we? There you go. We got another 3 million for getting into the Europa League phase. So that's nearly nearly £8 million for losing that game. Nice. We also get to try and take some revenge on Villa, who beat us in the Conference League final. And we get to beat up some young boys. Salzberg, who we knocked out in the previous qualifying round of the Champions League, are in here with us. So they can get their revenge on us. Oh, of course, Bayern are in here. Bayern, Ajax, Roma, Villa. Who said we could win this? We'll be lucky to get top 8. We should get to the knockout rounds, but oh. Right, let's win some league games because we're already off the pace in the league because we've missed a game playing in qualifiers. I should manage Paris FC next. We're staying here forever. This is our forever club. It would take a really interesting offer for me to leave here now. I'm enjoying life in Turkey too much. Finally, a bumming song again. It's been a while since we've done some bumming. Maybe the Champions League pressure was too much. It was putting me off my bumming. But now we're back bumming and happy. Yeah, I play Football Manager the way I like actual football to be played. Fast-paced, high-tempo, wham! Pressing, wingers. I withdraw that wham. Like most football managers in real life, I have my preferred playing styles. If people think I play the same tactics all the time now, I would like to really emphasize the fact that I have used 3 different formations on FM24 quite a lot already. There was a span of probably 4 FMs where I only ever used 4-3-1-2. I never varied from it. At least we have some variation now. And that's a good point as well, even within the formations that I've used. We've experimented quite a lot with inverted wingbacks, inverted fullbacks, liberos. I've probably done more tactical experimentation this year than ever before. We've used wing play in Non-League to Legend. We've used vertical tiki-taka in the beta. We're using Gegenpress in this save at the moment. I've played like 400 or 500 hours of FM. I've played lots of different ways. Have I used that 6'9" striker, Kyle Hudlin, with jumping reach of 20 in lower league? He's not in the lower leagues anymore, is he? Didn't he sign for Huddersfield? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I'm fairly sure he's at Huddersfield now. If you look at the people who play, I mean, I am effectively a professional football manager player, which is a ridiculous sentence, but I make my money playing Football Manager and I do it full time. And I've been a professional Football Manager player for 7 or 8 years now. If I was a professional Call of Duty player, you would expect me to be really, really good at Call of Duty and win all the time. So it's not that different, is it? Because I know full well I could start at pretty much any club in the world and within 5 seasons win their domestic league. Unless I'm in like tier 8, in which case it would take me 9 seasons, 10 seasons. But it's not a case of, can I win the league with this club? It's how long will it take me to win the league with this club? How long will it take me to win the Champions League with this club? It's never a question of can I, it's how long will it take? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I just saw a name in there. Good afternoon, old friend. How is he only 10 stone at 6'2"? I'm 6'2". If I was 10 stone, 12 pounds, I would look like I was on the verge of death. There is no way Dominic Calvert-Lewin is only 10 stone, 12 pounds. Not a chance. Club lack the financial muscle to even get close to his demands. We could get him for 110 grand. They want to get his expensive contract off the books. We'll give you 20% of his contract. Yeah, okay. No Calvert-Lewin then. I'm 5'6" and 10 stone and skinny. Yeah, exactly. Football goal. Is this series doing well on LOLLUJO too? I don't really check. But I know I had to give Topher a big pile of cash the other day. So it certainly has done well on there at some point. I assume it probably still is. I think it's the biggest payment I've ever sent Topher, which would indicate it's probably doing better than any series has done before, because his mate asked him to. I mean, I'd like to think he wouldn't, but it's much easier for him to not if someone else goes there instead. Right, come on, do a football. Sometimes songs appear that I haven't heard for a long, long, long time. We're losing here. This is not okay. We're going attacking. I think Arteta ends up at Barcelona. So we talked about this the other week. I think it would be mad for a manager who is in a position at a Premier League club where they can basically stay there for 20 years to go and manage in La Liga where you get a year and then you get sacked even if you win the Champions League. There's just no longevity managing Barcelona. It's the sort of club you pass through if you're going to have that kind of journeyman career. If he wants a journeyman career, then he'll go to Barcelona. If he wants to build a legacy at a club, he'll stay at Arsenal or go to Man City. I mean, maybe he'll be one of those managers who wants to tick off all the clubs he played for. And he'll go and manage Everton and Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain and just tick them all off. I don't know. Feels like it'd be strange for him to elect to leave Arsenal, though. Right, come on, football. Here we go. This is a goal. Wham! Lovely. Are we going to have to withdraw a wham again? I can't have 2 false whams in one stream. For goodness sake. quick. How do you withdraw a wham? That's 2 you owe me. I should delay my whams. But then they don't shock Topher as he's falling asleep at his keyboard. And they're basically all about making Topher poo himself. That's a football goal. Brighton have hit the post again, have they? Oh, there you go then. That's that done. Right, who are we playing? Berg. Let's beat them then. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Yeah, Baldur's Gate is based on Dungeons and Dragons. It's a Dungeons and Dragons game. But as someone who's never played Dungeons and Dragons, that doesn't make it bad. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, let's not just get battered in Europe. That'll be quite upsetting. I thought we were better than this. Oh, dear. What long-term save would I recommend? A journeyman in Turkey where you never leave Ankara. Am I going to buy GTA 6 when it comes out? Yes. I've bought every other Grand Theft Auto game. What I'm not going to do is play multiplayer at any point. But I'll play through the story and thoroughly enjoy it like I have all the others. Do I still play FC24? I've not played it for a second since the FM beta came out. Which is completely normal. That's exactly how it works every year. I play it until the moment FM comes out, then don't touch it again. And they're absolutely ruining us. Oh, dearie me. Which I realise is a strange thing for me to say whilst streaming a video game. But I have no interest in watching other people. And as a host of a gaming podcast, I have no interest in watching other people play games or hearing them talk about games. What is going on here? What are these black dots appearing on the screen? I think there's a flare directly underneath where the camera is. Either that or my monitor's on fire. Wham! I don't know which one it is. Right, I think we are going to sign him. We're paying a little bit over the odds for him. But, I mean, look at that. If he's actually that good, he's worth 5 million. So let's bring him in. I mean, we've done quite well there, I think. 5 million was a lot for him. But it's actually pretty good, isn't he? If we could get the other guy, that would be nice, but we haven't got the money to do a release clause unless we can squeeze some more money out the board here and do a last minute go for the other guy as well. I've asked my director of football for him. If he can sign him, great. If not, we'll try again in January when hopefully there'll be more money knocking about. His release clause isn't likely to go anywhere, I don't think. Didn't have enough money to get him. Now Yamak's unhappy I didn't loan him out. I mean, we tried. No one wanted to pay for you, you silly goose. There's no interest. There you go. I did do everything I could. If you were to leave Burton, is any team you would want to join? Or I'm not fussed. Not fussed, really. I quite like the idea of going to somewhere like Derby and keeping the geographical continuity going. That might be fun. But really, what I want is fun matchday vlog opportunities. So I'm not against staying at Burton another 2 years, getting us into the top half of the championship, maybe even sneaking a Premier League promotion and then disappearing off abroad somewhere so I can go on a nice matchday vlog. But I do feel like if we can't beat them, we're probably not going to have a very good season in the Europa League. We've got Regen Rovers above us as well. Football. There we go. Oh, is it being disallowed? Come on now. Don't mess with me. Just give it. Or I'll send the chairman down. There you go. They're all afraid of the chairman. That's how quick VAR should be. Quick, quick, quick. Easy peasy. I don't know which competition we should be prioritising our team in. We've played our first team in these first 2 Europa League games and then rotated in the league. And I'm sat here now thinking if we probably should be doing that the other way around, because it's more important for us to do well domestically. Still don't know what this penalty check was for, but it doesn't look like it's happening on my screen. Oh my word. Is Tammy still there? So the current manager left to go and manage Leipzig. Yeah, I think Anna will be more up for a trip to Rome than Ankara. I just have a suspicion. I mean, I guess we see what they've got to say. I really don't want to go. But apparently I have a slight reluctance towards making set pieces an important part of my approach. Imagine not getting the Roma job because I don't do enough set pieces. We'll go to the interview. We'll see what happens. Hello, Dan. It's not a very Italian name, Dan. Let's have a look then. How would I overcome the relatively big obstacle of not speaking the language? I am fluent in Turkish. And if I know one thing as an Englishman, it's all the same, isn't it? If I can talk Turkish, I can talk Italian. It's all the same. Don't think it's something to worry about. I can learn the language in time. It'll be a long time, but I can learn it in time. Can you ease our concerns that you've never previously managed in this country? No one's ever offered me a job in this country. My standing in the game should quell any concerns. It should. What do you think makes you suited to managing a club of this stature? You approached me. That's what led me to believe it, Dan. You rang me up and said, do I want to come to an interview? So I said, yes, please. I wasn't looking. Do you think I applied for this? Has someone applied as a prank? I spent the majority of my career building up considerable experience with smaller clubs in Ankara. Yes. Why have you only worked for a small selection of teams so far in my career? Because I'm 8 years in. How many teams do you want me to have managed? It's Italian football. In 8 years, I should have managed 13 clubs, shouldn't I? I forget how it works in Italy. I have shown loyalty to every club apart from one, but we don't need to talk about them. Are you able to ease our worries about losing the backing of your players and subsequent airing of dirty laundry? That's not happened, apart from the Mucat incident. But that was a long time ago. There'll be no problems with dressing room atmosphere if I get the job. I'm promising him that. We don't want a repeat of our last manager, who we had to part company with earlier than expected. He resigned to go and manage a bigger club. Which is exactly what you're trying to persuade me to do now, Dan. I have a proven track record of spending considerable time in a job. How would I feel about working with a director of football whose name I can't pronounce? He's not got a beard. He's got quite the pedigree, though. Barcelona, Man City, and Roma as director of football. So I guess he knows what he's doing. Okay, fine. Reluctantly, I'll work with this director of football. Yeah, I'll work with him. As part of the recruitment process, we're willing to allow you to... I don't care if any of this lot come with me. No changes needed. Our long-term vision for the next few years would be for me to... Hold on. So they want me to get rid of the old men, qualify for the Conference League this year and next year. They just want me to continue qualifying for the Conference League. That feels like a small target for Roma. In 5 years' time, they'd be happy for us just to still finish, what, 5th, 6th in Serie A? This seems like a job it's impossible to get sacked from. Yeah, that seems fine. If hired, would expect you to challenge for Europa League qualification this season. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, Dan. I didn't get you anything. Oh, I'm weak at the knees, Dan. That seems fine. Oh, Dan. Oh. Dan's being smutty with me. No, this all seems in order. Oh, blimey. Less of the 48-year-old. I'm considered one of the favourites to get the Roma job, apparently. I am the favourite for the Roma job. Ishmael's going to have to move house again. I say he's going to have to move house again. He didn't have to move house to come here, did he? Well, I'm not talking to the media. We'll just wait and see what happens. My name's Dan, and I've just been lying in bed with the stream volume, and everyone in my house has come into question what's going on. Excellent. Brighton have scored a third, have they? Oh, my word, it's happening. Well, an hour ago I said I wasn't going anywhere. We could have ended up in the Champions League tonight, and then I obviously wouldn't have gone. But, boys and girls, we're off to Rome. Because how do we not? See how much money they're going to give me. Oh. Oh. Come on. 18 grand a week. Ankara, it has been an experience. I've loved every minute I've been here. But I have outgrown Turkey. Christmas is over. Turkey is done. We're off to Rome.